Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to go over my dividend income for the month of June. Now I do want to start out by giving my apologies for any background noise. I actually just flew to Bangkok, Thailand, and right now they're making us stay in a hotel for 2 weeks upon arrival to quarantine. And the vehicles at least in Bangkok, are pretty abnormally loud, and the hotel doesn't really have a lot of insulation from sound, so you might hear a few things in the background. So just want to let you guys know that. Now, June is one of my favorite months of the year because that is when most of my holdings actually pay out a dividend. They pay out a dividend in that last month of the quarter. Now, before we go into the dividends, let's just take a quick peek at my overall portfolio. Right now, the portfolio is valued at about $21,200, and it's gained about $4,500 with a return of just over 48%. And in June, ironically, I did not really invest a lot of money into dividend companies. I actually put most of the money into one growth company. And I know it's weird because on this channel I talk a lot about dividend income, and this video is a dividend review. But I just want to let you guys know that, as an investor, I feel it's very good to, keep diversifying your strategy, and you don't necessarily want to go all into dividend companies. I mean, you certainly can. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel there are some very good growth companies out there too that could provide a fairly good return over time. I actually made a review about this stock. I will put the link in the description. But the stock that I bought is called Asana. And Asana is essentially a team collaboration software that helps manage projects and helps teams stay organized so they can complete their task. So we'll go down to my tech pie here. You can see it's got a fairly nice return of 106%. And there it is. There's the holding that I purchased in June. That is Asana. So I put $500 in there. I picked up about 11 shares at $45 per share. And right now, Asana is sitting at about $67 per share. That's a pretty good increase if you ask me. And I feel bad because I was actually looking at Asana when it was about $39 per share. But it took me a little bit to pull the trigger, but I finally did. And so I missed out a little bit, but I'll still take it. I'll still take it. So once again, if you are interested in learning a little bit more about this company, do feel free to check out my review. I go over kind of why I feel like it has a lot of good growth potential. All right, so let's get into the dividends for the month of June. The first dividend we got in June was from Aflac. We got $6.37. Next up, we got Johnson & Johnson, $3.37. ExxonMobil was the next one at $2.93. Exxon this year has surprised me majorly because when the pandemic first started, Exxon was down an insane amount. I think it was almost down like 50% if I'm not mistaken. But now it's actually recovered a lot of those losses, and it's doing pretty well, I would say. I know the price of gas and oil has been increasing lately, so I'm sure that definitely helps Exxon out. So that's why you invest, guys, As a consumer, you say the price of gas going up is really detrimental, and yeah, I would agree, but if you invest in a company like Exxon, well, then the price of gas going up isn't so bad because your holdings are actually doing pretty good then. Just kind of a unique way to look at your holdings and look at the economy overall. Eli Lilly, $1.57. After that, we go to Microsoft. They do pay a lower dividend, but once again, they are a tech company, so they do have a lot of growth potential, and they paid 62 cents. Up next, we go to 3M. They paid $3.90. Coming up after that, we have Consolidated Edison, and they gave me a small paycheck of 87 cents. Next, we got everybody's favorite fast food chain, McDonald's. They paid $1.78. And so far, that brings our total up in the month of June to $21.41. So we crossed that $20 mark. Let's keep going. Realty Income Corp, they paid $3.48. Once again, this is what I would call everyone's favorite REIT because it's a monthly paying dividend, and they've been increasing those dividends for quite some time now. Stag is another monthly paying REIT, and they paid me $2.25. And as much as I love dividends month after month from the same company, you really have to do your research on some of these monthly paying dividend companies because a lot of them are actually not very good. A lot of them will pay dividends to attract investors, but if you actually look at their business model, they're not always sound companies. And if you look at their performance over time, a lot of them have been declining. Realty Income Corp and Stag, I believe, are two companies that are very solid and very sound to keep paying those monthly dividends and keep increasing them. Next in line, we got the Home Depot, $2.08. Not bad, I will definitely take it. Waste Management is the next one. They paid 72 cents. I love diversifying my portfolio, getting into the waste industry. Next up, we got one of my favorite financial companies, and that is BlackRock. They paid $5.80. I love seeing those dividends come in that are over $5. It's so cool to hit that $5 mark for your holdings. I know someday all of these holdings are going to be bringing in over $5 every time they pay out a dividend. So as a dividend investor, I think it's pretty fun. It's pretty motivating to set goals for your dividends. Like, for example, getting every single dividend to surpass the $1 mark. I think that would be pretty motivating. Then you go to 5, 10, 20, 50, $100. Imagine getting $100 from every single dividend payment. I know you would need a ton of money invested, but it really isn't out of reach, especially when you look at the long time horizon. All right, next up, we got a payout from VYM. That's Vanguard's High Dividend Yield ETF, and they paid $2.81. After that, we got another Vanguard ETF. This is VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. That brought in $6.11. For those of you who are not too keen on selecting individual companies to invest in, I highly do recommend investing in a Vanguard ETF because the fees tend to be pretty low and the performance tends to be pretty good. Like this ETF in particular, VTI, this comprises of essentially the entire stock market. You're talking small cap, mid cap, and large cap companies. And that means your diversification is really, really good. LTC Properties was the next payment. Once again, they are another monthly paying dividend REIT, and they paid $1.35. Next up, we got some payments from Brookfield Infrastructure Partners. It's a little weird why it's kind of split up like this, but if you add them all together, BIP paid me $3.68. So definitely not a bad dividend there. Then we head on up to AVGO, that's Broadcom. One of those companies that I have in my tech pie. They do grow pretty good, and they also pay a fairly good dividend. It's around 3% actually, which is pretty rare for a tech company, but I will definitely take it. And they paid $2.98. And last but not least is everybody's favorite monthly paying ETF, that is SPHD. And they paid $4.45. So those are all my dividends for the month of June. When we tally it up, it comes out to a whopping $57.12. Yes, we passed the $50 mark. Let's go on over to the dividend tracking spreadsheet and enter that in and see where our graph is headed. All right, not too bad. It's definitely trending upwards. We're doing a lot better than we did at this point last year. And the reason for that is because we keep investing money on a monthly basis. We invest in good companies that constantly pay dividends and increase their dividends. And also, I take that dividend income and I reinvest it back into that portfolio. So all of those things together, they start to snowball. And if we look at my dividends overall so far this year, They total $243.41, and that already beats the entire year from last year by about $26. And once again, this is completely passive income. All you have to do as an investor is research into which companies you want to invest in and simply just invest your money. So that is it for today's video. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch it. I really do appreciate it. I get so much more motivated to keep going, to keep producing videos for you guys. And ultimately, my goal is to provide inspiration for you. Whether you are a new investor, you've been investing for a while, or you haven't even started investing yet. No matter where you are, you can make some very nice passive income so you can live the life that you deserve. So once again, thank you all so much for checking out the video. I appreciate you taking the time. Hope you guys have a very nice holiday weekend. Here it's July 4th in the USA, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.